back to 5 and 5. He is NFL expert Raheem Eagles Sunglasses Palmer, and I am Amanda, no longer wearing Cowboys gear, Rose. Now, Raheem, can you please explain to our viewers why you're wearing those gorgeous Eagles sunglasses?
Because I took the Kansas City Chiefs, and you bet against me, and you got your first win of the season. I'm really happy for you. It's not going to happen again. You're going to be wearing Cowboys gear for the rest of the year because I take that personally.
It only took me 5 long weeks, but I did finally pick the right game to fade your pick, Raheem. I picked the Bills, Raheem picked the Chiefs, and now he's paying off the bet by wearing sunglasses of my favorite team. I think you look great. How are you feeling about this new look?
I don't feel too good about it, but I'm a man of my word. I pay my debts to society. I pay my debts to you. I lost, so that's what we do.
Okay, well, you can take off the sunglasses now. I think I've punished you enough. Last week was a tough week for your picks. You went 1 and 4 in week 5. Overall, you're 13 and 12 for the season. What did you learn from those games?
I learned that I just had some bad luck. I mean, when you look at the Cleveland Browns, they were up 14 in the second half. They had the lead going into the last 2 minutes of the game and still didn't cover. When you look at the San Francisco 49ers, they were 1 for 5 on 4th down. They convert one of those, maybe even the touchdown at the goal line, they cover. So it's just, we had some bad luck. The Chiefs was a bad pick, but you look at all the rest of the picks, even the Minnesota Vikings, they were covering into the last 2 minutes of the game. So that could have been a 4-1 week. It's just sometimes you got to win coin flips, and we didn't do so.
So let's get into your 5 picks for this week, which will have 1 minute apiece to explain. And viewers, let's see if Raheem can convince you to use his picks for this week's entry into DraftKings Sportsbook's Millionaire Pick'em contest. Raheem, let's do this. I got 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Okay, we're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I know last week I faded the Chargers against the Cleveland Browns because the Cleveland Browns had major advantages. The Chargers cannot stop the run. They are dead last in rushing yards per game, giving about 157 rushing yards per game, allowing a 50% success rate. The Browns rushed for 230 yards rushing on 6.6 yards per carry. I'm expecting Lamar Jackson and this Ravens offense to dominate and do the same thing this week. The Chargers are making a living on 4th down where they're 8 for 8 this season. That's going to come down. The 3rd down rate is going to come down. The Baltimore Ravens should dominate and go out there and get this done. Take the Baltimore Ravens -2.5. Let's go. We're going to go with the Minnesota Vikings -1.5. There's a reason why we saw this number go through the 0. The Minnesota Vikings actually opened as underdogs, and now they're a favorite. Look, Jay-Z once rapped, there's only so long fake thugs can pretend, and that applies to Sam Darnold more than any other player in the NFL right now. He looks just like the guy we knew he was when he was with the New York Jets. He has 5 interceptions in the last 2 games. And then when you look at this offensive line, they can't protect him. He got pressured on 43% of his dropbacks last week. The Panthers are 31st in ESPN's pass block win rate. Christian McCaffrey, his status is still up in the air to play. So I don't see how this Panthers offense gets better. And then when you look at the Panthers defense, we saw that they could be passed on the first couple of weeks. They played Davis Mills, Zach Wilson, 2 rookie quarterbacks, and then played the Saints team that had COVID issues. And then they got carved up by the Cowboys.
Raheem, your time is up.
Okay, we're going to go with the Cleveland Browns -2.5. They're in a perfect position to knock off the 5-0 Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have one of the league's worst rushing defense. They're 27th in rushing success rate, 31st in yards per carry at 5.4, and they're 28th in rushing yards allowed at 139. Cardinals should have lost last week against the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers, they were 1 for 5 on 4th down. Like I said earlier, look, the Cardinals not going to be so lucky this week against the Browns. They got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, that lead the league in rushing at 187 yards per game. They're first in rushing EPA per play. They should be able to capitalize on this Cardinals defense. And then when you look at Kyler Murray, he has a shoulder injury. And we all saw what happened last year when he had that shoulder injury. So take the Browns -2.5. They knock off the Cardinals outright.
All righty, perfect, Raheem. And it's only week 6, okay? And that is the 4th time you've picked against Arizona. What do you have against our Cardinals loving video director, Ryan?
That?
I don't have anything against them. I just like money. New England Patriots plus 3.5. I'm going to fade my Dallas Cowboys. Look, the Cowboys are overperforming the market. And if this market is efficient, which we all know the NFL market is, the Cowboys are going to start losing some of these games against the spread. Cowboys are second in turnover differential and takeaways. But when you look in numbers, this is really an average defense. This is a defense that's just 28th in pressure rate, 17th in ESPN's pass rush win rate. So I'm expecting Mac Jones to be able to find some success offensively. And then when you look at the coaching mismatch between Bill Belichick and Mike McCarthy, there's no better person that you want putting together a game plan against this Dallas Cowboys team. So take the Patriots. It's tough to play in Foxborough. They cover it and probably even win this game outright.
All right. I think it's time for me to play devil's advocate. And I'm even going to put my Cowboys glasses on here, because I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to defend your Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they are the only team that is 5-0 against the spread this season. Their offense is explosive, and Dan Quinn has their defense looking the best I can remember since, ever, because I try not to watch, the Cowboys.
Dan Quinn, he's doing a good job. Obviously, I like Trayvon Diggs, but Trayvon Diggs is not going to finish the season with 17 interceptions. He had an interception in every single one of these games. Turnovers are not predictive. At the end of the day, if you can win the turnover battle, you're going to win 70% of the time. But you're not going to win the turnover battle every single game, and I'm expecting that to regress to the mean. This Cowboys defense is truly mediocre. They can be scored upon, but they're just getting some turnover luck, so I'm betting on regression to the mean. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers minus 4.5. My one big stat, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, during Aaron Rodgers' tenure, he's 21-4 straight up over the Bears during his 7-year career. He hates this team more than any other team. Look, when you look at the Bears, they got a great win against the Las Vegas Raiders last week, but they had some controversy. I don't see this Bears offense really doing too much offensively to match up with the Packers. Look, the Packers they've had offensive line problems, but they've had 600 yards.
Let's just recap Raheem's picks here. We have the Green Bay Packers minus 4.5 at Chicago Bears, New England Patriots plus 3.5 versus Dallas Cowboys, Cleveland Browns minus 2.5 versus Arizona Cardinals, Minnesota Vikings minus 1.5 at the Carolina Panthers, and finally Baltimore Ravens minus 2.5 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. And I hate to do this, but for Amanda's pick, I gotta go with your Dallas Cowboys, only giving up 3.5 points to a Patriots team that made Davis Mills and the Texans look like they got a cheat code last week. Does it feel weird having me pick against you with your own team?
It doesn't feel weird at all. At the end of the day, I root for the Dallas Cowboys, but they don't pay my bills at the end of the day. Jerry Jones has never cut me a check.
All right, Raheem, thank you so much. Guys, please give this video a thumbs up. Remember to check out DraftKings Sportsbook's 2021 Championship Series and enter their Pro Football Millionaire Pick'em. That's going to do it for week 6 of 5 and 5. I'm Mid Rose. He's Raheem Palmer, and we'll be back next Thursday for week 7.